وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُّدَّكِرٍ.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the new episode of the Madinah Arabic short tutorial series. We are in book 1 and this is going to be part 3 of lesson 10. Today we will see the examples of Damir Muttasil attached to the Dharf Inda and to the Harf Jar Li. Let's start with Dharf Inda. We've already seen the usage of Inda in sentences like Al-Mudarrisu Inda al-Mudiri. The teacher is with the principal. Here, Inda al-Mudiri conveys the meaning of with the principal at his place. But Inda can be used with a slightly different meaning. For example, if I say Indi qalamun, it literally means with me a pen. In other words, a pen is with me. But we translate it into English as I have a pen with me. Similarly, Indaka qalamun means you have a pen. You have a pen with you. But literally, a pen is with you. Indahu qalamun means he has a pen. And Indaha qalamun means she has a pen. Notice in Indi, the Damir Ya pulls down the last vowel of the Dharf Inda and turns it into Kasra to make it easy to pronounce. So we say Indi. Now let's convert the sentence Indaka qalamun to a question. All we need to do is add our usual interrogative harf alif with hamza at the beginning and change the tone to a question, and that's it. Instead of saying Indaka qalamun, we say Indaka qalamun? Do you have a pen? Now the answer can be either positive or negative. If you want to say yes, I have a pen, we start with the harf na'am and we say na'am indi qalamun. And if you want to say no, I do not have a pen, we say la ma indi qalamun. Here we are seeing the new meaning of the word ma. Ma is coming as a negation particle. In Arabic it is called harfun nafi. Harfun nafi. In other words, it is a harf that negates what comes after it. Here ma is negating indi. So Indi qalamun means I have a pen. And ma indi qalamun means I do not have a pen. Let's now practice what we've just learned by doing exercises 3 and 4 on page 57. In exercise 3, we have an example question and answer given. أعندك قلم؟ نعم, عندي قلم. We need to come up with 5 pairs of questions and answers like this with different objects. In exercise 4, we have the same question. أعندك قلم? But the answer is negative. لا, ما عندي قلم. And we need to come up with 5 sentences similar to this. Let's try to do them together. For the first one, let's use ساعة. The question we want to ask is, do you have a watch? In Arabic, it is أعندك ساعة? The positive answer will be نعم, عندي ساعة. And if you want to say no, I do not have a watch, we say لا, ما عندي ساعة. Let's now use سيارة. What will be the question? أعندك سيارة? And what will be our positive response? نعم, عندي سيارة. How about the negative response? لا, ما عندي سيارة. Very good. Okay, it looks like our next object is kitabun. So what will be our question this time? أعندك كتاب? And we want to say, yes, I have a book. نعم, عندي كتاب. No, I do not have a book will be لا, ما عندي كتاب. Next we have دفتر. How do we ask, do you have a new notebook? It should be أعندك دفتر جديد? Notice we are using نعت منعوت here. The answer can be either نعم عندي دفتر جديد, yes, I have a new notebook, or لا ما عندي دفتر جديد. No, I do not have a new notebook. And the last ism is دراجة. So we want to ask, do you have a bicycle? أعندك دراجة? To which we can either say نعم عندي دراجة, yes, I have a bicycle, or لا ما عندي دراجة. No, I do not have a bicycle. Let's talk a bit more about the structure of this response. عندي دراجة. Remember, literally, word by word translation is a bicycle is with me. عندي here is the ظرف and مضاف إليه combination. So this sentence is a جملة اسمية, since there is no فعل involved in the Arabic sentence, even if we are translating it with the verb to have. Can you try to identify the مبتدأ and خبر of this sentence? In this sentence, مبتدأ is actually coming after the خبر. So دراجة is the مبتدأ and عند is the شبه جملة خبر. Let's write down a couple of notes about اسمية sentences to understand this a little better. مبتدأ of the اسمية sentence is always مرفوع اسم. The second point, which is the consequence of the first point here, is that the jar majrur or ظرف cannot be مبتدأ. In this example, عند is ظرف and it is a mansub ism, so it cannot be the مبتدأ. Third, if مبتدأ is nakira and the khabar is شبه جملة, that is jar majrur or ظرف, مبتدأ should come after the khabar. In our example, we see that the مبتدأ دراجة is nakira. And عندي is the combination of ظرف عند and ضمير متصل يا, coming as مضاف إليه. So the khabar is the ظرف عند of the ظرف and مضاف إليه combination. And it is a شبه جملة type khabar. That is why we expect the khabar عند to come first and the مبتدأ دراجة coming after it. Let's look at another example sentence. عنده دفتر جديد. He has a new notebook. What do you think is the مبتدأ here? دفتر, right? That is why it is مرفوع. And عنده is a combination of ظرف عند and the مضاف إليه هو. The خبر is the ظرف عند and it is شبه جملة type خبر. جديد is the نعت for دفتر. Because the مبتدأ is nakira and the خبر is شبه جملة, we are seeing the order of the مبتدأ and the خبر switched in the sentence. We are done with these two exercises. Let's now learn about the usages of the ضمير متصل with the حرف لي. We have already seen the حرف لي coming in jar majrur phrases as in هذه السيارة للمدير. This car belongs to the principal. When coming with ضمير متصل, the حرف لي undergoes a small change. If I add the ضمير هو to لي, it becomes له, not له, but له. So the kasra of لي becomes فتحة. له means belongs to him. Similarly, if I add the ضمير ها to لي, it will become لها, belongs to her. And if I add ka to لي, it will be لك, belongs to you. But with the ضمير ya, لي retains the kasra ending. Otherwise, ya would pull it down to be kasra anyways. So, لي plus ya is لي, belongs to me. When I say لي أخ, I'm literally saying a brother belongs to me. But in this context, the jar majrur لي conveys the meaning of I have. So لي أخ is better translated into English as I have a brother. Likewise, له أخ means he has a brother. لها أخ means she has a brother, even though they are literally translated as a brother belongs to him or a brother belongs to her. And لك أخ means you have a brother. If I want to turn this last sentence into a question, I can add alif with hamza up the front, and it will be ألك أخ? Do you have a brother? ألك أخ? I think we are ready to start going through exercise 6 on page 58. We just learned about لي, لك, له, and لها. We are going to see the usages of these jar wa majrur combinations in a few sentences of this exercise. The first sentence is لي أخت واحدة. I have one sister. Here, لي means I have. أخت is a sister. And the ism واحدة is a new word and it means one. واحدة is coming as مؤنث with ta marbuta ending because it is نعت for أخت, which is the مؤنث ism. Compare this to لي أخ واحد. I have one brother. Here, أخ is منعوت and واحد is نعت. Both are مذكر and nakira. Getting back to our sentence here, لي أخت واحدة. It is a جملة اسمية. And as we talked about earlier, the حرف لي cannot be مبتدأ. So we should look for the مبتدأ elsewhere in the sentence. The mubtada is the ism ukhtun. Li is the shibhu jumla khabar, and the order of the mubtada and the khabar is switched in this sentence because the mubtada is nakira and the khabar is shibhu jumla. Part 2. Alaka akhun? Do you have a brother? The answer is La, ma li akhun. Here we are saying, no, I do not have a brother. Here we call the word La harfun nafi, an idafa combination meaning the particle of negation. Ma is another harfun nafi. They are also simply called La an-nafiyatu and Ma an-nafiyatu. Both are used as a negating particle. The first La is introducing the negation in the response. The harf Ma coming after it is negating the jar majroor li. So Ma li means I do not have. Here the mubtada is akhun and it is coming after khabar li because akhun is nakira and the khabar li is the shibhu jumla. Let's hold off on the rest of the exercise until the next episode because we will need to cover a new concept before we go over the last two sentences. Instead, let's talk a bit more about the specific usages of the dharf inda and harf jar li. Take a look at these two sentences. Indi sayyaratun. I have a car. And li akhun. I have a brother. We can see here that both li and indi are translated into English as I have. But there is a key difference in usages of these two words in such context, and that is, inda is used with things that are separable. For example, I can say, Indi sayyaratun, kitabun, qalamun, darrajatun. All these things I listed, I may have them today and may not have them tomorrow, so they are not forever mine. But for inseparable things or persons, such as relations or body parts, we use the harf li. For example, we can say, Li akhun, ukhtun, tiflun, ammun, famun, aynun, yadun. But we do not say Indi akhun or Indaha tiflun. It needs to be Li akhun and Laha tiflun. Let's conclude this video by going through the entire table of the dhamir muttasil coming with Inda and Li for those who are memorizing the dhamirs all at once. It will be helpful to see them being used with different words. We will start with Inda in a usual order from third person to second and then to first. From mudhakkar to muannath jins. Indahu, indahuma, indahum. Indaha, indahuma, indahunna. Indaka, indakuma, indakum. Indaki, indakuma, indakunna. Indi, indana. Again, عنده عندهما عندهم عندها عندهما عندهن عندك عندكما عندكم عندك عندكما عندكن عندي عندنا. Now with the harf li. له لهما لهم لها لهما لهن لك لكما لكم لك لكما لكن لي لنا. Once again, له لهما لهم لها لهما لهن لك لكما لكم لك لكما لكن لي لنا. With that, we will finish this episode. Until the next time, Assalamu alaikum.